So friends, about a week ago, I got a email from this real nice lady named Fiona. And she said that she worked for WUBEN, a flashlight company, and she wanted to know if I wanted to test out one of their new release, their G5 EDC flashlight. And I said, sure, but I only got one condition. If you send me one, after I do the review, I want to give that away to one of my subscribers on the channel, because that's what we do. We give all these knives away. Well, not those, but those over there. And giveaways. We have a little contest and give them away. She said, no problem. So I guess she misunderstood me, because she ended up sending me two. So we ended up getting a army green one and a black one. And they're pretty cool little flashlights. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of these little lights right here and see what makes this little light so cool. Alright, first of all, let's grab my little ruler here, and we have a little light that comes in at about 1 3/8 wide. You're looking at, just under a 1/2 inch thick and only about 2 1/4 inches tall. So this thing really is no bigger than a Zippo lighter, but it's actually lighter because it weighs in at about 1.8 ounces. That's pretty light, pretty easy to carry, and I think that's what WUBEN has marketed this toward. This is a light that might not be packed with some of the features of another brand of lights, but it is a lot easier to carry. That flat style light, is a lot easier to carry in your pocket. This is not a very big light, but it's harder to carry because it's thicker in your pocket. It's going to poke you in the leg more. This is going to blend in a lot easier. And if you carry it in a pouch or something like that, it's going to make it easier to fit in there as well. Also, check out some of what this thing has going on here. Let's start with this little pocket clip right here. You can pull it out and flip it around to the front, or you can do the same thing and flip it around to the back. So it's a 3-position adjustable pocket clip. Alright, so well, what would you use that for? Well, let's check it out. If you had a hat like this, you could take that pocket clip, turn it around like that, slide it under the brill, or, even if you wanted it over the brill, and you can take that and adjust it. So you're wearing this on your head, and sometimes that light's just not shining the way you want it. Well, this particular light, you can adjust it however you want. You want it to coming straight down, maybe you're reading a map or something like that. You don't need to see in front of you. You want to look down, but then something in the bushes, alerts you. You just reach up, turn that light like that, and now you can shine it out into the bushes and see what's coming at you. You want to make it brighter or less? You have this little adjustable wheel right here. You just turn it one way, it makes it brighter, and you turn it the other way, and it makes it lower. You want a different color light? Well, right here, this button on the side. And we'll check out the lights later. We're going to go outside where it's dark. I just want to show you what it looks like here. Another cool thing they did is if you look on the side here, they got the arrow showing you there. And let's push this back, how it goes real quick. Alright. And you can see it's got markings on there that kind of tell you what's going on. Now look here, okay? This is where you charge it. So you got this little door right here. All the way down here, it disables the flashlight. You can push that button all you want, okay? Which is a cool feature because you don't want the light turning on in your pocket or doing anything while it's in your pocket, right? But you slide it up to this position. That unlocks it, and now you can turn the light on. Okay? If you want to charge it, you slide it all the way up, and there's your connection for your charger. Pretty cool, huh? And like I already showed you, the light rotates. Okay? Now, I'm not the best at these functions on these yet. I'll have to learn it. I'm going to carry this thing throughout this week and give you a review at the end of the week and tell you how it did. But it does have, you got the light, and then if you hold it, it's got the different colors. Check that out. Okay. It also has a strobe, but there we go. Okay, for like emergencies and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about what else came in the package. Came with a lanyard. And it came with a little charger. That's it. And a little book, instruction book. I don't know where I set that. One's still in the box, so. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to keep the green one for myself. So I'm going to be checking this one out this week. You'll see a bunch of shorts from me on this light. Trying it out. Good points, bad points, whatever I think. I'm just going to spend the week reviewing this little flashlight. We only have 4 days left in the week. But the black one, I'm not going to keep. That one's going to go out to one of y'all. Now, I'm just going to put that back in the package for now because we have 2 knives, 3 knives, 3 more knives up there at top that we have contests going on right at the moment. So I really don't want to have another contest going on while we still got those other contests that we need to finish up. But as soon as they're finished up and we get these knives off the desk, this will be coming out in a contest. So what you can do is in the comment section of this video, tell me what kind of contest you think we should have to give this one away. Pick a number, a photo contest, maybe some other kind of contest. And I tell you what, whoever picks something cool and interesting that we haven't done already and comes up with a good idea, I will send them out. I don't know, I'll come up with some special prize and say, hey, send me your address and I'll send that to you. All right, also, if you're interested in one of these flashlights for yourself, check out the comment section. I'm going to put an Amazon link for these, okay? That'll get you the best price on these little units. And also, a little tiny portion will come back to the channel, and I'll use that money that comes back to the channel for buying more giveaway stuff, okay? All right, so before we end up this video and wrap it up, let's go outside real quick and see how this thing does outside. All right, so we're outside with the G5, and I believe this is the lowest setting. Let's see how that looks. All right, and then we can take the little rotator on the side and step that up. As you can see, this thing does throw quite a bit of light. Now it does go through some steps as you go. You can see it cut out and then it starts back again. All right, well, that's pretty bright. Let's take a look. You know, it's not a huge thrower, but that is definitely enough to light up, let's say, your trying to change a tire or something like that, you know, that's plenty of light. Let's see what it looks like without it on. Okay, you can't see nothing. And here's with it on. And let's just rotate it back down the different levels. Alright, so there's the low level. And then as we go higher and higher, as you can see, that is pretty bright. So more than enough you need to change the tire. You know, look around, look underneath your vehicle, look for something, you know, drop something in the grass, you can look for it. But it's not really going to shine out onto the trees like a thrower, you know, and it will attract to the mosquitoes and the no-see-ums like there's no tomorrow. Okay, let's just go ahead and go on back down to the low. Okay, so there's the low, and then that should be at the highest level there. Okay, let's check out some of the other features this has. Alright, so as we look at it here, it's got the different colors, and you can rotate through all of them. There's green, blue, red, ultraviolet, and so forth. And I believe you can turn this into a flasher. You know, so I guess if you have like an emergency or something, need to get a hold of somebody's attention, you could set them up like that, and be pretty cool. But that's it there. Yeah. But I think the main thing you're going to use is the flashlight, so you can see what you're doing, you know. Another cool thing is it's got a, down here on the bottom, you know, it's got a magnet. If you want to put it on something, you know, and you can want to look at what you're doing. And that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and before we wrap up this video, let's look at the specs here on the package. So we got a max lumens of 400 and the lowest levels 2. That gives us a range from 50 minutes to 65 hours. The RGB lights run at 10 lumens and they last for 9 hours. Red blue flash, 10 lumens, 25 hours of that. Red green, another 10 lumens. Red yellow, another 10 lumens, and both of those 25 hours. And the beacon also is 10 lumens, and you get 45 hours out of that. Says it's got a throw of 82 meters, impact resistance of 1 meter, so you can drop it from a meter onto the concrete and it should hold up just fine. IP68 waterproof, dustproof, underwater at 2 meters for 1 hour. It has a weight of 52 grams or 1.84 ounces. And the dimensions is officially 1.47 inches by 0.59 inches by 2.44 inches. So, all right, well, like I said, I'm going to run this for a week, carry it all week, and follow up this weekend with my final thoughts on the WUBEN G5 Everyday Carry Flashlight. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the film.